Museum of Sex. Please do not touch, lick, stroke, or mount the exhibits. 2 blocks ahead on the left side, Madison Square Park. That's one of the parks created by the intersection of Broadway and a major avenue. Over Madison Square Park is going to be a 4-sided clock. That is a Metropolitan Life Insurance building. It is on the site of the original Madison Square Garden. And the original Madison Square Garden was designed by Stanford White, greatest architect in American history. He did most of his best work here in New York City, and we rewarded him by tearing virtually all of it down. The original Madison Square Garden, where the insurance building is, the original Pennsylvania Station, Madison Square Garden is right now. As we go around, I'll show you 2 of his projects that survive. Look directly in front of you to the end of 5th Avenue. You'll see trees. That is Washington Square Park, the central activity for the East and West villages. And those trees is an Arch of Triumph. The Arch of Triumph was designed by Stanford White. We get to the Courthouse City Hall area, I'm going to show you the Municipal Building. Most beautiful of city government office buildings, also designed by Stanford White. So coming up on the left, that is the 4-sided clock. Do we have anybody here from England? Because it is larger, more accurate than Big Ben. He doesn't believe me. Big Ben just looks bigger because London is a smaller city. Young man, what was the name of the architect I was talking about? You weren't listening because you were looking at the Museum of Sex, weren't you? Okay, next stop is on 23rd Street, the Lady of the Smile. Anybody getting off at 23rd Street, the Lady Smile? Nobody upstairs. Coming up on the right side, above T-Mobile City Market Cafe. On the 2nd story, you're going to see a cast iron facade. You're going to note how decrepit it is. I will get back to that, to the right here. Now, 4 blocks ahead on the right side. White stone for the first 2 floors, red brick above that. 150 5th Avenue. Good example of the Romanesque. Distinguished by strong horizontal lines on the window planes. Arches, window shapes, especially arches that take up all the 1 floor. And most importantly, the use of the natural color of the stone as the building's primary design elements. This was a complete repudiation of the 19th century eclectic. The cast iron facade, so distinguish the eclectic, required tremendous maintenance. You had to paint it regularly. That one wasn't painted recently. You see the consequences of that. But 4 blocks ahead on the right side, natural color stone, the Romanesque, requires virtually no maintenance at all. This section of 5th Avenue used to be known as the Ladies' Mile. The Gilded Age of the 1870s, when New York City, for the first time, discovered conspicuous consumption. All the richest stores in the city can be found here, and all the richest women in the city were strolled back and forth on the weekend just to show the world how fashionable they all were. During that time, the 1870s, to be a proper debutante, you needed $20,000 to the right Romanesque. $20,000 of dresses and accessories just to go to all the balls that are expected of you. That's $20,000.